My name is Markesha Howlett, and this is practice video number 2. Joseph, we're going to go over the counseling informed consent form as you are a volunteer. Number 1, it says, I state your full name.
Joseph Campbell.
Understand and agree to each of the following statements. I consent to video, audio recordings being made of mock counseling sessions and to these recordings being used to aid in the growth of counseling knowledge and skills. Please put your initials. I consent to the excerpts from these recordings or descriptions of them being used by the Grand Canyon University faculty and staff for the purposes of supervision, research, and/or teaching. I understand that any part of a conversation that is recorded and/or written down will be kept confidential. I will not disclose any information that may identify me in the mock counseling session recordings. Excuse me. The information given will be fictional and I will use an alias. I understand that Zoom will be used to record counseling sessions and that Zoom meets both HIPAA and FERPA confidentiality standards. I understand that if the recording of the mock counseling session activates any suicidal ideation or other potential harmful thoughts, I will reach out to a professional in my area immediately. Neither GCU, the college, nor the counseling student will be held accountable if I harm myself. By signing below, I attest that I have read, understand, and agree to the statements above as indicated for the mock counseling recording sessions as required in the counseling programs. The checkbox next to your printed name constitutes your electronic signature. Thank you. And we'll get started. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What would you like to talk about?
So my wife recommended that I come and seek counseling or talk to some type of therapist about what she thinks that I have a gambling problem, but I don't think I have a gambling problem, but it's been causing some issues in our marriage, so that's why I decided to come and just talk to somebody so I can get a better understanding of what she thinks the issue is.
Okay, explain to me why she thinks you have a gambling problem.
But typically, I like to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least go to the casino.
Okay.
I've been working at my job for about 3 years now, and on my way home from work, there is a casino that I pass by, and I typically after work every day I stop by there, I get a drink, and I gamble a bit. So it's a little fun pastime. I enjoy doing it. It's a rush that you get, and I like the people, so it's a good time. More so, she's concerned that I may spend too much, possibly haphazardly. There was a couple of incidents that she wanted me to talk about that happened. So one being that it was after one Friday after payday, I went down, stopped at the casino, got on the craps table, and I was pretty hot. I was up about $1,500,
No.
and I figured I knew that having the skills that I got, that I can double that. So I went in and tried to double that, and lo and behold, I crapped out. So I lost that $1,500. So then, trying to at least come up a little bit and make some of the money I lost back, I put in a little bit more. Then I ended up losing that as well. So I pretty much gambled or lost most of my check, pretty much all of my check that pay period. So that was a big issue that we had to discuss, as well as one incident a couple of years ago. We were planning to go on a trip for our anniversary to Jamaica, and I took some of the money that we had saved to try to double that to see if we can get a little bit more money so we can have a little more cushion when we go to Jamaica. And I ended up losing that on the tables as well. So that kind of stopped us from going on the trip more. So we didn't have as much funds that I thought we were gonna have, and we didn't go on that trip. So she was kind of mad about that as well. So, but I don't think I have an issue with gambling. I enjoy doing it. I work hard, so I want to have some little fun. So she thinks that it's an issue, and she doesn't really like it, and she thinks I need to speak to somebody to help me understand why she thinks it's an issue.
So she wants you to understand why she thinks that you gambling is an issue, but you don't find an issue with it because you enjoy it, the people are fun, the money is fast, and it's a way to take a load off when you leave from work before you make it home?
Yes, most definitely. Like I said, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. It's just the game. Like sometimes I can go in and I can be up $400 in 30 minutes, then I'll be fine. But then sometimes I try to gamble. I test it a little bit and I lose.
How often do you test it?
I don't know about testing it. I just know I go pretty much every day. I go to the casino. I stop on my way home. It's really in my route home, so I go there pretty much every day. I don't spend a lot of money every day. It depends on how much money I got at the time. I'm here or there. I do maybe a craps table, then maybe roulette every now and then, and some slots every now and then, just to test the waters and see. Then I go home.
You mentioned that there were a few incidents that happened which brought you here today, and some of those issues happened a few years ago. Could you tell me how long have you been gambling daily?
More so increased when I got this job, because I see the casino every time I drive past it to leave to go home. And I don't know. I guess since my wife she stopped working, she was laid off from her job due to COVID. So she's been at home pretty much most of the time. So
it's stressful.
Yeah, so I tend to go. I want to be able to enjoy myself, the fruits of my labor from working hard. So I tend to go to the casino on my way home to kind of wind down before I have to deal with all the craziness that goes on at home.
What kind of craziness goes on at home?
It's just the frustration sometimes. It's just, I don't know if it's because she's not working or if she just, something always, they call it the honey-do list is piling up. So I just want to be able to have a little fun before I have to go home and work some more.
So we have COVID, which unfortunately hit and put a damper on your situation. Your wife lost her job, so she's at home waiting for you. So you know you have things to do when you get home that you're not necessarily looking forward to. So to buffer that, you're stopping on your way home at the casino to blow some steam off, or just
to relax. Yeah, that's
okay.
it. Just to relax and just to have fun and just not worry about work being so stressful, not worrying about things at home being chaotic. I just want to be able to have fun and just whine and not have to worry about any of that stuff.
Okay, Shine. Question, what did you do for fun or things that you enjoy to do before you switched jobs and started passing the casino daily?
Not too much. Like I said, I've been married for about 3 years. A lot of my friends are from college, so they live in different states and they move different locations. So I really don't spend much time with my close friends. So pretty much it was my wife. But like before, I was working from home too. So we were both at home during this whole year of COVID. Now I'm back to work. Now I was just trying to get out, so we don't have to necessarily be out all the time together. So I'm just trying to find something to do that I do and have fun, and that's what I found that at the casino.
So during COVID, you guys were at home together all the time. You're working at home.
Every day.
She's not working, but she's at home. Stress. So did going to the casino stop during COVID, and did it just start back up once?
Yeah, it just kind of opened up and they allow you to go in. It's kind of limited, but like you can go play on the games as long as you have your face covered and things like that. So
okay, and your wife at this point requested that you come and seek help because she feels this is an issue, but in the past she hasn't asked you to come and seek help?
we've had issues, like I said, multiple times, like the incidents where I kind of spent too much money out of my check, which led to maybe not paying a bill on time or trying to scramble or borrow money to pay certain bills. Um, this is the first time we ever talked about counseling. I've never been to a counselor before, so this is the first time we had this discussion. But like I said, she thinks there's an issue. I don't think it is. I think I should be able to enjoy and spend the money that I make if I choose to. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Knowing that you like to gamble and you see the ups and you see the downs, what would you classify as being a problem or having a gambling problem? If you see other people and you're like, oh, he or she has a problem, what would that be your definition of that?
I don't know, kind of like you say, like addiction.
Okay.
Like people are addicts. You see them, they go homeless. People don't have the funds to do it, so they begging and borrowing to support their habit. Like, so I'm using the money that I make to do it, but sometimes I may not spend the money on the more important things that my wife thinks. Sometimes, I guess, but I think I can control it. Somebody's uncontrollable.
Okay.
Somebody that can't control it. I can control it. I don't have to go if I don't want to go. I choose to go.
So you choose to go, you want to go, but you can stop at any time.
Yeah, if I wanted to.
If you want, but why don't you want to?
Because I enjoy it. It's fun.
Okay. So I get that you love your wife. I feel that it sounds like you love her, and if you didn't, you wouldn't be here because she's asked you to come and seek the help. So that's a step right there. I'm really hearing that you want to continue to gamble, lose or win, because it's something you enjoy doing. My question and challenge for you would be, what are other things that you enjoy doing that may not necessarily jeopardize your check or your savings or even your communication with your wife?
I don't know, so things that don't cost money?
Correct. Or not a paycheck full of money.
So not going to the strip club, that's out too.
That's out.
I don't know, like where we live at, it's not too much to do. Maybe go fishing.
Okay.
Or something like that. I'm not sure. I have to figure out what things that I can do that's peaceful, that I can enjoy myself and have a good time. So you say that that doesn't require me to spend the money that I shouldn't be spending in the eyes of my wife.
Yes, in the eyes of your wife, as well as, I know it's a rush to gamble and it feels good when you're winning, but I can imagine it feels very bad when you're losing.
Most definitely.
And although your wife is not here, it sounds like she's wanting you to seek the help because she's afraid that may be the path that you're headed down. Going to the casino daily, that's as if you're exercising daily, right? That's something that you're doing every day. You're passing the casino. It's a thought in your head. I'm going to stop here. How long are you usually in the casino when you go?
It depends on how much money I got. So sometimes I could be in and out 30, 40 minutes. I hit the tables. I kind of lose or win, and I'm out. Sometimes I'm in there on a payday. I could be in there 2 or 3 hours and enjoying myself. So it just depends on how long and how much money I got based on how long I'll be there.
Do you feel this has put a strain between you and your wife?
I don't think it's put a new strain. I think it's the same type of atmosphere it's always been, like more recently.
Okay, more recently. What changed more recently?
Like I said, like us being at home for so long and not working.
Okay.
I think that's kind of made things more agitative. Just being kind of tired of being around each other all the time, 24 hours a day.
Many families are going through that right now. It's been a full year that we haven't been able or allowed to leave the comforts of our homes due to such a pandemic. My advice and my homework for you would be to figure out alternatives to making you happy. Things that you enjoy doing, taking a walk, and maybe even including your wife. You know, that may keep her from, suggesting that you come and see me or suggesting that you go and seek help for something else, when you find that you can spend more time with her without being agitated all the time, you may not feel the need to stop at the casino on the way home. You may find yourself excited to go home. And I think that may be one of the things or one of the reasons why she's requesting you to seek the help that she feels you need, and also for her wanting you to see the importance of it to her. What happened in the past with the checks and with the savings account and the loss of the money, that was big. That was huge, and it sounds like your gambling behavior ceased for a while. Am I correct?
Yeah, because we couldn't really go out.
Okay. And when that stopped, were things better with you guys?
Yeah, we didn't really have to worry much about not paying things. Like I said, I was still able to work from home, even though that she lost her job. We were able to pay bills, but we didn't worry about having to not have money because I spent it at the casino.
So now we have a worry, and that's probably something that's concerning for your wife, is that you had funds when you were not gambling. You didn't have to worry about paying your bills. You didn't have to worry about your meals, so on and so forth. And when you started going back to the casino here recently, now you guys are worrying about how to make ends meet. And I think it's about the priority here. What is more important to you? Is stopping at the casino daily more important than paying the bills and putting food on the table and keeping your marriage happy? Or do you still have to, or can you find a different way to enjoy yourself that will allow you to still pay your bills and take care of your necessities? That's what we have to figure out, and I think that's the biggest question for you, is what's your top priority?
Okay.
I think that what we're going to do, because I would love to see you for our next session so we can dig a little deeper and come up with some more plans, and ultimately I'm here to help you and help you understand what it is that you need to do to solve the problem. What can we do to solve your issue? And at this point, the issue is gambling, the daily gambling. So a few things that I want you to do before you come back next week. Write down a list of things that you like to do, or things you used to do, or things that you might want to try as enjoyment with your wife, besides going to the boat or going to the casino. Okay? Based off of that, we'll talk about it next week and see where we can expound on. In the meantime, I know you say that you go to the casino daily. Is there a way that you can commit to maybe not going daily, but maybe reducing the amount of times in a week? So if you're going daily, maybe you go 3 times before I see you, because that will be a week.
Okay, I can try to see if that works and kind of see and judge to see if I'm still able to. I want to be able to have fun and you don't work so hard, being able to enjoy some of the fruits of my labor. So I can see if cutting back a day or so.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that.
Because I think that you can still enjoy yourself, or even go to the casino, but maybe not spend your whole check. Maybe not dip into savings or anything like that. But I also think that there are other avenues and different things that you can do as enjoyment that will keep the funds in your pocket, ensure that you'll be able to pay your bills, and still keep your marriage happy, right? What is it that you need from me? Any questions?
No, like you kind of gave me the homework assignment that I needed to do, so I'll try to come up with the things that I can list out that I enjoy and see what I can do that doesn't cost that much money.
That's great. I think that's a good start, and you are doing a great job in just speaking about everything. This is a difficult subject, And it can be very uncomfortable coming to talk to someone, a complete stranger, about your personal business. So thank you for that. In the meantime, if you have any questions, any issues, concerns, you can always reach out to me. You can contact me, and I will try to help you before next week. But until then, the 5 things, figure out some things that you want to do or try to do with your wife that is conducive to your paycheck, and just so that you're not spending all of your funds. Thank you, Sean. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Alrighty, thank you as well.
All right.